Hey guys,
Hello.
we're back again. My name is Mosa and this is
See ya.
and
As always.
yeah,
Today we're just doing the future questions and answers that we saw from our page.
we'll be sitting down and talking to you guys and also updating you of what's been going on in our lives and answering the questions that you guys asked on our page on Facebook.
Okay, so we asked if you could actually just ask us a few questions, but some of you have had like questions that would rather need a person to actually think a bit deeper, and is probably a topic in its own right. And well, in actual fact, it's not that many questions, but then, well, there are questions in any case. The first question is from Uzamo Kondo. What is your understanding of sexuality as a whole? Could it be determined by socialization or biology? Can you tackle that?
Yeah, this question, I'm sure some of you guys will agree with me, some will disagree. I don't care, it's my opinion. Yes, I believe that people are born gay, but some, they can choose to be gay.
For me, homosexuality has nothing to do with socialization, but it has everything to do with your nature and nurture. But I'm tackling this in a different way. What I mean by that is, firstly, you are naturally gay, or you're naturally bi, or you're naturally transsexual or intersex, but the way that you are nurtured. For example, let's say that your parents taught you that there is no such thing as being a homosexual in this world. You will grow up thinking that, suppressing that in their thoughts and thinking that this is not actually natural. And some way, somehow, there's a probability that you later on will realize that in actual fact your nature is your true self. Natural self is always wins. For example, you are a black person and you cannot change to be a white person, no matter how no matter how you twang yourself, no matter how many times you bleach your skin, no matter how much you straighten your hair, you cannot change to be who you are not naturally. So in my understanding of this question, a person becomes a homosexual from birth. Is actually a heterosexual from birth. It's not something that is linked to socialization mostly, which is why I'm taking a different turn from what Mosa said. Socialization is something that allows you to flex your wings. For example, in Nigeria, there are laws that prevent people who are homosexual to live their lives. So obviously in that society you are suppressed. In South Africa, you can flex yourself. You can do whatever you want. So in this society, you are allowed to be free. So looking at this, it means that biology, in actual fact, is the reason why a person is homosexual, and not socialization. It's not necessarily socialization. It is kind of difficult to understand, but if you go and Google it or go and read up on it, go and review other people's videos who deal with this topic, then you'll be able to understand what the two are. Biology is something that is natural and living, and socialization is something that manifests from the time that you are born. It's basically a subcategorization of nurture. Let's go to the second question. Okay, Domino Von Pope says haters will always be there. How do you deal with the negativity out there when celebrating this beautiful moment in your lives? You answer that.
I really don't focus on negative people for real. Like, I really don't care. And even when I like post a video and I go through the comments, I do answer like every comment. If you look at my videos or our videos, we do answer your comments. We respond back and all that. We hardly respond to negative comments. We just scroll down and look at the positive side, because people will always be negative. Haters will always be there. So yeah, what do you think?
Well, I think that if you're progressing in life in any society, there are always people who want to put you down. So when a person posts negative comments, the more negative comments we get, then in some way, somehow, it means that we are making a mark on certain people's lives. It means that those people who were actually commenting on our videos are looking at my historically. I used to respond to a lot of negative comments, and then I stopped doing that, because firstly, the negative comments always keep coming, and secondly, these people, the more you comment, the more
you flash back, the more they come with their full mind.
Because you're giving them the power to actually respond, and that for me is not a good thing. So do not give people the power to actually use your energy and time, and I don't think that is a good thing, to actually go ahead and fight with people who are negative.
If you are a human being and you're living in this world, people will always talk about you. People will always say negative things about you. So, I mean, the choice is yours, whether to focus on that or to just, focus on the good things.
So Usiatemba Matendra has like two questions for us. The first one is, do you think pride is still relevant? Does it speak to its purpose in the current day? For me, I'm gonna say pride is still relevant. The fact that in South Africa we had several people who died because of being homosexual.
Yeah, not only in South Africa, all over the world.
All over the world, yeah, and the fact that Donald Trump is still suppressing homosexuals in many ways from the time that he got in until now, because of the fact that the United States of America is a very strong country, and it's supposed to be a beacon of hope for every other country in the world. We actually would look up to them to have like some kind of a benchmark for freedom to us. For example, because of and since our constitution in South Africa is actually created from the United States constitution. And if a person who's a leader in such a position actually uses the power in a negative manner, then that means that there is a huge a strong force of people who are homophobic will actually come out of their shells and do negative things. Which is why there is a scourge of bad people who are killing homosexuals everywhere in the world. Yeah. So for me, that is why I say that this gay pride is very important to remind people that gay rights are important, to actually show people that there are a lot of gay homosexuals in the world, and to actually show people that we come in all facets, shapes and sizes and forms, and we are in every aspect of the society.
I think he answered it very well. Next one.
Okay, the second question is, what is your take on fag hags? Do you think they befriend gays genuinely, or do you think they befriend gays with ulterior motives, taking into consideration with how society personally gay men? Okay, well, never mind.
Perceived gay men.
I think it was supposed to be perceived gay men. Okay. In any case, for me, a fag hag is basically a friend of a person who is a homosexual.
There are people who befriend gay people just for benefits, especially girls. That's why I don't have a lot of girlfriends, because girls that I had as friends did the same thing. They become your friend because they want you to entertain them. They want you to, when you go out with them, they want you to be the gay friend, so that people can pay attention to the group, so that they can become more visible in the group. Mm-hmm. So they kind of use you for whatever they want, and when you get there, when they get what they want, they probably disappear with the guys that they approach them, then they leave you there. And many times, like these people, they really don't care about you. They just want to be, you are an accessory to them, like you are an entertainment to them. So I'm not saying everyone is like that or every girl is like that. I'm just saying some people, they do use gay people for their own benefit.
It also happens that the gay men seemingly know how to do makeup better than women.
Yeah,
and so,
makeup, hair
and stuff, and nails and stuff better than
also
women.
Also the clothing, they use you to do all those things for them, and you'll probably be doing them for free because they say, oh, my friend, come do my hair, my friend, come do my nails, my friend, come do my makeup and all that. You will do those things for free because they are just basically exploiting you, and whenever you think they're your friends, until they are not, they're just using you.
Yep.
But I'm sure some of you are asking, maybe all of you have the same question, that now that you're engaged, guys, like what's the next next step? I mean, when are you gonna get married? All those kind of questions. So I guess we can address that right now. Of course, I mean, like, you will hear from us. We're not rushing. We're not. If we're gonna be together forever, then what's the rush? Why are we, rushing things? But engagement to us meant, combining two families. Basically, well, what do you call it? More like we can't say lobola because we don't do lobolas. More like getting to know each other type of thing, where my family will know his family, and we kind of announce that we are together, and announce to the people that we love and people that knows us, we are now committed to each other. I think that is that was the main thing of the main reason for the engagement, to kind of share with the world and just tell everyone that we are now committed to each other and nobody else.
Mm-hmm.